Hey everybody, welcome back to the Kickin It Back podcast. Today your host, Enrique, and Matthias, who's not here right now at the moment, but he will be later in the episode. We'll be talking about how Trent Alexander-Arnold is a overrated player and just simply not world class. This is a special and not an episode. So when my mind thinks of world-class fullbacks, it just simply goes to players like Roberto Carlos, Cafu, Reece James, Hakimi. I just simply don't think of Trent. He's not a player that pops up. So genuinely, I don't know why there's so much hype around this guy who can't even do his number one job in his position, which is to defend. So let's get into it.
So for one, Trent is just not a defender, right? We always know about this when it comes to Trent. I think ever since he was a youth academy player, he came out of the setup, he's always been known for his attacking possibilities, like his crossing, his able to find bodies, making runs forward, especially his long range passing, right? But he's never been struck as a top defender. Not to say he's really bad at it, but to be a great right back, you have to be, or even outside back, you have to be a great defender generally, right? I mean, some stats I found out were that in the Premier League, as far as opposition touches go, I think around 40%, maybe 30 to 40% of opposition touches against Liverpool last season, right, when they won the league, right, their best year, were on that left-hand side that Trent occupied. So his, again, 40% to 30% of his touches ratio is against them, number one in the league against Liverpool is on his side. So he's definitely not dangerous defensively. You want him on your side. People specifically target him, and there's a reason for that generally. I mean, generally when it comes to Liverpool, you're not going to target, Andy Robertson, who's an adequate defender, or, Connor Bradley. You want to target Trent because he's not super fast. Physically, he's lacking. Something I've noticed is for example, in the Real Madrid versus Al Hilal match, one of his first matches for the club, he just looked kind of slow. He didn't look physical, he didn't look impending, he didn't look anything abnormal. He looks exactly where you want to go. And you could tell because one of the goals, they didn't count, right? It was an offside goal, but one of the goals that he scored was kind of like the Al Hilal scored. It was really it was just all about Trent not tracking back, not getting back into position. He saw it, but he just didn't run forward, didn't run back. It's he didn't have the defensive awareness to understand that. So again, defensive awareness was not there. And I think part of the reason is that Trent is just used to having world-class defense behind him. I mean, he played for Liverpool of all teams. Team of prime Van Dijk, prime Joel Matip when he was out there. They had, Kwanzaa wasn't even that bad out there. There was Konate too. These are top quality defenders you want in your squad, and these will any team would love to have them. And Trent is able to in his right hand space, he's able to have that security that if he does get beat, he has the best center back in the world to stop him. But at Real Madrid, that's not it, and that's why you can see how he gets so exposed, because his weaknesses are all out there. And I'm not saying he's not terrible, he's not the worst, but he's just not good. He's just not reliable, generally not reliable. You can't expect him to provide anything for you guys. So this isn't really anything to hate against him, but you cannot be a world-class right back and not be able to defend reliably or comfortably. Your team has to be able to turn to you. For example, a guy like Paolo Maldini, right? His bread and butter as a defender is defending, and you can expect him to always defend at the highest level, and you're never going to be scared about that. But why would I want a defender who I can't trust to do his main job? Why would I want someone that can't do that? Maybe his attacking output would be good, he'd be good enough for crossing and stuff, but it's not enough. It's not comfortable. You're taking a gamble. In Klopp's system, you can take a gamble because he had that defense, but in any other system, why would you? You can't do that. So it's not worth it really when it comes to Trent. So again, according to Opta, I think what is it, like 35.7% of opposition teams' chances come onto that left-hand side against last season against Liverpool, right? Which is 5th worst in the league. Again, it's just, he's such a weakness as far as like tracking back and as far as getting around, which is why you can't trust him. So overall, yeah, Trent, he can't be world class if he can't defend, just all in all. It's not good enough.
Trent is literally one of the best players for England this whole generation that we have. He has won Champions League with Liverpool, and he has won Premier League after Premier League with Liverpool. And yet, he is still not fully trusted by the English squad. And we must ask ourselves, why? For the past season, Trent has been great for Liverpool. He has recorded 6 assists and 3 goals for the Premier League, which only puts him behind Anthony Robinson for the most goals and assists on his position for the Premier League. This is arguably the best version of Trent we have seen in years. And yet we ask ourselves why for England he is still used as a substitute. So Trent started one match against Slovenia. Of course, I'm talking about the Euros 2024, which I know happened 1 year ago. However, this is the most amount that he played for England. And yes, it was a year ago, but I'm still going to go and do the basis of my argument according to this. Because, you see, Trent played a total number of 134 minutes for England at the Euros, which is considerably low when you think about that, yes, England was there in the finals. So he only started in the first 2 group matches, and that was against Serbia, which he played 69 minutes, and Denmark, which he played 54 minutes, but only played 11 minutes against Slovenia. And he was just unused as a substitute in the semifinal and the final. And that poses the question, why was he left out? And the answer is quite simple. It's just simply because of trust. The manager did not trust Trent. So as many of you guys know, that Trent was playing as a midfielder in the Euros, right? That doesn't exactly make sense because he isn't a midfielder, right? He is not good with tight spaces. He's not good as a dribbler, and he just needs space to work out those crosses that he does back at Anfield. And him playing as a midfielder, he can't do neither of those things. He doesn't have versatility. He lacks it. It's just a simple matter of versatility, and he just doesn't have it. So this is where I pose the second question, right? Why does he play as a midfielder? And the answer is also simple, and it's just because in the England starting 11, there are simply better players that are playing in the same position. Who? Trippier. Yeah, I'm aware that currently Trippier is not better than Trent. However, for the Euros, Trippier was simply a more reliable player than Trent because of his ability to defend, something that Trent simply cannot do. And at this moment, Trent is 26 years old. This is his prime. This is his moment. Arguably, England might be wasting it because in international football, talent alone is simply not enough. It's about systems, managers, preferences, and like I said, trust. And right now, Trent doesn't have it. Okay, but it's obvious. We can all agree that Trent, even in spite of everything we said, is still a wonderful player to this day. However, he's not world class as of this day and age. But maybe now that he's at Real Madrid, we might see him perform better than he did last season. Thank everybody for watching this special and the Kickin' It Back podcast. If you like the video, please like the video and please consider subscribing, please, and like the video. And as always, this is your host, Enrique, and we'll be back with another episode, normal episode this time. See you later.